All right, yeah. I know I said I was gonna play something else, but I really wanted to play this, so I've got my flight stick, and we're gonna play more of this. So I have fragged a couple missions for our group. I've also removed the J20s because I am kind of getting sick of dealing with them. They're not fun to fight against because we really have no real way to fight them at all. And it's not very conducive to me learning BVR combat to fight things that are so stealthy I can't lock radar missiles onto them until I'm at point blank within visual range areas. So we're going to fly a kind of standard setup that I do of we've got some Barcat missions, and then we're going to fly an interception mission. We're going to try to just take out some aircraft wherever we feel like. Hi, Exilius. Yes. Like I had mentioned yesterday, I got a new flight stick, and I want to play around with it a bit more because it's cool, and I spent money on it. So why not? Today, I may or may not have had a little bit more alcohol than I thought I was having, so this might be a problem. But I can still land. I did check that. But then also a big thank you to everybody who followed since last stream. That is Cal Talks Reaper, Sebastian Riviere, and Der Marmot. You don't have a period, so I'm calling you Der. And then also thank you, Der Marmot, for the subscription. And I've got everything set up beforehand here, so we're going to just take off. And hopefully we'll have a little better luck. There will be probably one, like a pair, somewhere between 2 and 4 J20s left in the AO. But as soon as they land, I hope they're going to disappear because I swapped their J20 squadron over to J15s. So they're going to be more manageable. And the J15s have been giving me a run for my money. I don't think I've downed any of them without getting downed myself. So we're going to see how we do with this. All right, so let's check our configuration just before we go and take off. Radar altimeter on. Let's get our lights all on. ECM is on. ECM mode to auto. Everything is on. Taxi lights on. Missile is just loud enough. Let's make sure our data cartridge is loaded. Load our data cartridge. Yes, irresponsible pilot. Very irresponsible. You should know that I'm an irresponsible pilot since I don't have my checklists out for takeoff and everything. We're going to bring up the threat guide because we're anticipating heavy air-to-air combat. Looks like our wingman's over there as well, so that's fine. All right, switch to waypoint 2. Switch our radio to ground. We'll request a taxi for departure.
Mustang 4, 2-shift F-16s. Request taxi. Good evening, Mustang 4. You are number 1 for departure. Taxi Alpha. Then hold short, runway 36.
Runway 36, all right, so that's this runway right here. Let me get my music playing because I forgot about that. There we go.
Mustang 4-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 29230.
Switch to tower. Actually switch to tower. Ready for departure.
Mustang 4, 2-ship F-16s, ready for departure. Mustang 4,
080, so it's off our right.
2 knots, runway 36, you are cleared for takeoff.
So let's get ourselves positioned on the runway as always. Hi, Lunkwill. What is a plane girl? It's actually a reference to the anime Girly Air Force. I'm gonna throttle up 90%. All right. So in Girly Air Force, it's an anime where the girls are planes, and there is a Gripen because Gripen shells got a shell. There is an F4 Phantom. There's an F-14 Tomcat, and then there is the license-made Mitsubishi copy of the F-16, the Viper Zero. Let's contact departure.
Airborne.
Report airborne.
Mustang 4, airborne, 2-ship F-16.
030 is that way. Switch to our AWACS frequency. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Mustang 4-2, on my way.
Now let's set our A allowed. Actually, let's get ourselves into a good climbing pitch first. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, that's working, but this one's not working. Oh. Oh god, we're gonna have probably some troubles later.
2, in position.
Because I forgot to retract my gear. So our possibly gear unsafe checklist is going to be avoid jettisoning our drop tanks so we can do a landing on them without rolling over. And let's get this situated. Let's get our minimum altitude set, 15,000 feet. Let's talk to AWACS, request the nearest threat. 107 nautical miles away, that's no big deal.
Nearest threat, 316-107-21,000. Dragging, hostile, Prince 233.
And we're gonna fence in, tell our wingman to fence in, all the same stuff that we've been doing. Targeting pod, we're gonna bring to AA mode. Let's make sure that it's also in that for MRM override. Yep, good. All right. Our RWR, we've got all friendly units up right now, so that's no big deal. We're going to use a little bit of afterburner just to make sure that we're climbed up well above the man pad ceiling before we actually get into dangerous areas. You can barely see our wingman here off our left. Just able to spot him because of his exhaust. All right, so Exalius and Lunkwill, how are you guys doing today? Do anything fun or interesting? Yeah, I didn't really do anything interesting either, just typical work stuff. Let's talk with AWACS again, nearest air threat.
1, Mustang 4-1. Request taxi.
100, 322, so he is out over here.
332 100 21,000. Dragging. Hostile Prince 233.
Switch to altitude hold. Got 3 airborne search radars. So that's 3 AOXs up, it sounds like. Interesting. Now we saw plenty of aircraft buzzing around before we took off. So hopefully there will be something out here for us to attack. And we have all these SA2 threat rings over here, but these ones are pretty much all neutralized. This one I would be worried about because I don't know the status of, and the rest of them are almost certainly still operational. Are weebs anime fans first that leads them to other interests, or are they interested in other things first and stumble into weebery? I don't know. I would say that I was personally interested in like aircraft and other stuff before I got into anime, but I got into anime by watching actually Evangelion giant robots because they were cool, and then what really got me solidified into enjoying anime was Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, we got a radar contact in front of us. What's this? Friendly, squawking green. But yeah, Full Metal Alchemist made me like anime because compared to the regular children's cartoons that I had access to, it actually had a story and it was pretty interesting. And then I started watching anime, and eventually at some point I discovered this beautiful anime called Girls in Panzer, and it all went downhill from there. Or sorry, uphill from there. So obviously I'm a big fan of the cute girls do military anime stuffs. Yeah, I honestly like Girls in Panzer because if you accept a couple things, which is everything you're watching is sped up 2 times, and also that nobody's at risk of death, so they're doing stupid things with tanks, it's completely reasonable because like you get similar bullshit happening with War Thunder. What the hell is that graphical artifact? And what is this? It looks like a mixture of a hostile and a friendly.
4-1, group bullseye, 30047, 14,000.
One of those is hostile.
Mustang 4-1 Sentry 1. Contact confirmed hostile.
It looks like MiG-29. Maybe. I don't know these aircraft quite well. All right, so we can switch to MRM override mode, and we can fire on him, but the problem is we've got a friendly right behind him. So if we do fire on him, we're going to have to guide our weapon all the way in. Although I think he's going to crash on his own. Yeah, he did. Our ECM is on? Yeah, our ECM is on. But there are other good series with cute girls doing military stuff, like High Fury. High Fury is pretty good. It's cute girls crew World War II ships. And then one of my more recent favorites, Kotobuki Squadron in the Wilderness. It's about cute anime girls that fly World War II planes. They primarily fly or I think they actually exclusively fly World War II Japanese aircraft. All right, we've got a radar contact in front of us. There's yellow chevrons on this left MFD. He's not squawking any friendly things. Let's request a vector to threat. We'll see if he is. 55, 320, so that's this guy. SU-33. So yeah, this is that guy right in front of us. So we're gonna have to try to engage these guys. Tell our wingman to attack one, and we'll look out to see if we can't get the other one locked up.
2, welcome.
Yeah, something else on radar. Not able to keep these guys locked up, so yeah, definitely SU-33s. Declare.
2, Fox 3 long. 1, group, bullseye. 2, 9, 18,000. Declare.
Mustang 4-1, Sentry 1, contact confirmed hostile.
What jet am I using? It's the F-16 as always. What else is out here? I can't lock onto anything yet. And they're getting really close, and I don't like that. It's quite a few contacts in front of us. Lock this guy up. And no dice. Frick. Missile, inbound.
Chat, flare. Chat, flare. Chat, flare. Caution. Chat, caution.
2, engaged defensive.
Chat, flare. Chat, flare. Chat, flare. Chat, flare.
Please don't hit, please don't hit, please don't hit, please don't hit.
Chat, flare. Chat, flare.
This might be the end of our sortie already.
Chat, flare. Chat, flare. Chat, flare. Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare.
Holy crap, we like barely avoided. Oh, there's another one though, isn't there?
Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare.
Please avoid it. Please avoid it. Please avoid it. Okay. I think we avoided it. Yep. Let's turn back hot. And we'll see if we can't get a shot. Oh, shit, they're shooting another missile in my direction? Frick. You don't have to necessarily... Shit, of course.
Mustang 4, Sentry 1, be advised, threat aircraft bearing 3,
We're gonna
1,
discard this mission, and we're just gonna try it again. So kind of, if you want to try to actually evade it by dodging it in a certain way, yes, but to just try to turn and run away from it, you not necessarily. But man, these SU, well, they're called SU-33s by AWACS, but they're actually GA-15s, and they're like freaking impossible to actually get a lock onto until you're within their missile range, and it makes this a real pain. All right, we're just going to rerun this, start from the runway. Oh, and I realized I never actually swapped over the game view last time. Oops. One of these days I'll actually remember. Also, David the pilot, thank you for the follow. I didn't catch it initially because I thought the warning was actually a jet warning telling me like, oh, your cat config has changed. All right, all good. Our V rotate's probably like 155. Rotate. Gear up. Actually get the gear up at the right time this time. Airborne.
4 airborne. 2 ship F-16s. 3,000.
Mustang 4,
Two,
clearance on, departure, depart heading 030, resume on navigation.
Mr. Arm on, lights off. Targeting pod set up for MRM override as well.
Mustang 4-2.
There we
On
go.
my way.
Extend our radar range. Check in.
Sentry 1.
What
Mustang 4.
The hell?
Checking in as fragged.
What the hell is that voice? I guess the mod devs only had so much to work with voice lines. Yeah, the default text-to-speech from Discord. Yeah. I wish it was Microsoft Sam Voice if it had to be any kind of text-to-speech. All right, AWACS, nearest air threat.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1. Request venture to threat.
Oh, data cartridge load. Oops. We need that for the right radio frequencies. Al has seasonal pollen allergies? What? AWACS, nearest air threat.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1. Request venture to threat.
8,921,000. All right.
Sentry 1, nearest threat, 341, 8,921,000. Tracking hostile Prince 233.
Oh, the font AI. Yeah, if all this doesn't work out in this campaign because China is just going to send crap loads of J-15s after us, I might have to switch to a different theater. And I've been told that the Balkans theater is really popular because you're primarily fighting against outdated Soviet jets, which fighting inferior targets is probably a pretty decent position to start so that you don't get shot down every 5 seconds. I mean, heck, last night we took out 4 MiG-19s, and that just not even fair. So none of them even got none of them even had radar on us, like not even a radar lock. They just didn't have their radar on us at any given point. It was just like a turkey shoot there. Yeah, it's how the U.S. maintains its long tradition of veterans for teaching other people how to fight. All right, so let's see. This time, are we gonna do well? Who knows? We have we have 4 AMRAAMs as always. Yeah, what is it? Is it Raytheon that makes the Javelin? They're probably doing a great job selling those right now. Javelin goes burr. T-72 cope cages go ah. All right, nearest air threat again.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1. Request venture to threat.
MiG-29's bearing 10. That's close.
725,000. Hot. Hostile Prince MiG-29. 2 ship.
I think that's these guys.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1, group bullseye 29549 22,000. Declare.
Mustang 4-1, Sentry 1, contact confirmed hostile.
Come on, lock it up, lock it up, lock it up. Come on, come on. I know you can. Come on, radar. I know you're gonna lock it up. Hi, Behind the Smile. How are you doing? Thanks for coming to the stream. We are trying to hunt down some aircraft that I saw and now are gone.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1, request vector to threat.
Mustang 4-1, Sentry 1,
115.
near threat 01535 16,000. Beaming, hostile
Ouch.
print, MiG-29.
Here they are.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1. Declare.
Mustang 4, Sentry 1, I've been trolling, but nothing's bit.
Shoot, these MiG-29s are really
Sentry 1,
doing a good
Mustang
job of
4-1,
popping
group
out of
bullseye
my radar.
29044
Confirmed
15,000.
hostile.
Declare.
Mustang 4-1, Sentry 1, contact confirmed hostile.
Shit, they're now in a furball and I can't see anything. See that MiG-29's radar.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1, group bullseye.
But we've got friendlies squawking in the same area, so I don't really want to shoot.
Mustang 4-1, Sentry 1, you're all 2, friendly 2.
That's an 18. That's a dead MiG-29. Yeah, F-18's cleaning house, as always. Yeah, sneaky planes. They've got ECM, so we can usually see them on radar, but we can't lock them up. Oh, we had something on radar here. Vector to threat, please.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1, request vector to threat.
313.
Mustang 4-1, Sentry 1, nearest threat 313.
We're gonna turn around, actually.
21,000. Dragging, hostile, print 233.
And we're gonna also climb a bit. Because that's that group of MiG-23s that shot us down before, and as much as I want to tangle with them, I don't really want to tangle with them dumbly. And if we have a bit of an altitude advantage on them, let's see how high up they are. AWACS will tell us. 21,000 feet, okay.
Mustang 4-1, Sentry 1, nearest threat 30763, 21,000. Cold, hostile, print 233.
They're cold, so they're flying away from us. That's fine right now. Excuse me. Yeah, there's not going to be like anything in front of us other than friendlies because we're pointed towards friendly territory right now. $29,000 feet. Let's level off at about 30,000. 30,000, let's go. We're going to turn back hot. We're going to do a gradual turn, though. We want to maintain our energy to be able to shoot at these guys. You can probably barely see that we're like right up against the cloud layer here. Let's use some night vision because we might want to be able to see things. Vector to threat again.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1. Request vector to threat.
2.
Mustang 4-1, Sentry 1, nearest threat, 200,
200.
5,000. Hostile print,
5,002 nautical miles. That is really close. We can't ignore that.
Engaging. MiG-19, 6 o'clock low.
6 o'clock low. How is he behind us?
2, 3 close.
Shit, that's a furball. I can't tell what's what.
Jink right guns.
Jink right guns? What? Oh, that's an F-16. Where's this guy then? Vector threat again, please.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1. Request vector to threat.
330, 3 nautical miles.
Sentry 1, nearest threat, 330, 317,000. Beaming, hostile print, MiG-19, Singleton. Altitude.
I think I just saw him.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1. Request vector to threat.
200, 2 nautical miles.
Sentry 1, nearest threat, 200, 215,000. Beaming, hostile print, MiG-19, Singleton.
It's an F-16. Come on. This is where air combat is really painful because everything's so close, it's hard to see. Nearest air threat, tell me where he is. 025.
Mustang 4-1, Sentry 1, nearest threat,
14,000 feet.
14,000. Beaming, hostile print, MiG-19, Singleton.
2, Fox 2, close.
I don't see it. I don't see it. If this was in daylight, this would be a lot easier. Where is he?
2, Fox 3, close.
Well, looks like he got it. All right. No, that's a MiG-19. Not a MiG-29.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1. Request vector to 4-2. On my way.
Mustang 4-1, Sentry 1.
Okay, so he's 2 up.
2406.
Oh no, MiG-19. Okay, okay.
MiG-19, Singleton.
Yeah, our wingman just took out that MiG-19 for us. Because I could not at all tell where the hell he was. Alright, now we've completely lost situational awareness. Let's turn ourselves back to friendly area. Ow! Yeah, the wingmen really pull their weight. Like, I had it before where I was engaging 2 J-20s, the stealth aircraft, and I said, hey, wingman, weapons free. Please save me. Please do whatever. Just fire your missiles at the other guy who's not the guy I'm shooting at. And wingman said, all right, Cap, I got you, fam. And went full afterburner. Charged straight at a J-20. Dodged the missiles that they both fired. And shot one down. Then pursued the other and shot it down. And I was just like, holy crap, dude. You have some real balls to chase down a stealth aircraft and a non-stealth aircraft with, standard munitions. Let's check vector to threats to make sure there's nothing like right behind us. SU-33, 313, 79, 21,000. Okay.
313, 79, 21,000. Dragging.
So he's like right over here. But we lost a bunch of energy, so we got to get that back before we try to turn hot again. Yeah, wing balls. Contacts in front of us, all friendly, of course. That's where we're supposed to be flying right now. Oh no, that's actually our base. I can't see my displays. All right, nearest air threat again.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1. Request vector to threat.
Dragging MiG-29. Okay.
332, 86, 21,000. Dragging. Hostile print MiG-29.
The MiG-29 instead of a 33 this time. Huh. Interesting. All right. Turn around. Just pulling a 2G turn here. No big deal. Thank God our pilot doesn't care about this. Nearest air threat, so I know which bearing to stop at. 326. So it's going to be over here.
1, Sentry 1, nearest threat, 326, 92, 21,000. Dragging. Hostile print MiG-29.
And now we fly in and check our radar and hope we don't get blown out of the sky by something random. So recently I've been seeing a lot of people play the FA-18, which is a carrier-based fighter, and like DCS, and it's making me want to pick up DCS at some point and learn to fly that aircraft. Trying to see what weapons he has, but I really can't. Actually, why does our night vision field of view stay the same when we zoom in? Because it should actually increase to show, to fill more of the screen. Yeah, DCS category is really just a Hornet category, yeah. If I had friends who played DCS, I'd be considering
Mustang 4-1, Sentry 1, nearest threat, 035, 14,000.
035, 33. Says this group, like right here. There's more friendlies around them again, of course.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1, group bullseye.
MRM
3,
override
1,
mode.
5, 9, 14,000. Declare.
Mustang 4-1, Sentry 1. Contact confirmed hostile.
Set a missile his way right now.
1, Fox 3 long.
What is our minimum abort range for our 29?
Caution. Caution.
And stores config, let's flip that right now. 29, it is 17 nautical miles.
1, Pitbull.
Pitbull, all right. Targeting pod, see if we can't see him. We'll turn cold. I wonder if we got him. As we lost track of him once our radar turned away. Nearest air threat.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1. Request vector to threat.
Mustang 4-1,
Zero.
Sentry 1. Nearest threat, 050 514,000. Hot. Hostile Prince MiG-19, Singleton.
050. He's right in front of me. No, that's a friendly though.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1. Request vector to threat.
195.
Mustang 4-1, Sentry 1. Nearest
8,000.
threat, 195 38,000. Hold. Hostile Prince MiG-19, Singleton.
195. 8,000.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1. Request vector to threat.
Now he's gone. Okay, I think he might have just crashed.
Sentry 1. Nearest threat, 302 85 21,000. Hold. Hostile Prince 233.
302. It's J15. Oh, where was he again?
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1.
80,
Request vector to
okay.
threat.
Mustang 4-1, Sentry 1. Nearest threat, 305 80 21,000. Hold. Hostile Prince 233.
I don't know why, but every time they say the aircraft as Su-33, I just find it funny. Oh, we are. We can jettison our tanks now. We can tell our wingman to do the same.
Mustang 4-2. Drop stores.
So we're down below 7,000 pounds of fuel. We've burned through quite a bit of fuel already, but we have been up for upwards of 30 minutes, I think. So it does make sense. We don't really have a lot of flight time, especially not if we're doing a lot of afterburner use. Ouch. Hey, Flagship Son, thanks for the missile. I didn't catch what type it was. Hopefully it was another AMRAAM. Because we're... let's see. Yeah, you can see this missile rail right here is missing an AMRAAM. But we got two on the other side. Nearest air threat again.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1. Request vector to threat.
305 63 21,000.
305 63 21,000. Hold. Hostile print 233.
So he's like right in front of us. But we can't see him yet on radar. We can narrow our radar down just a bit to increase the scan speed. Nothing on radar. Is he still there?
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1. Request vector to threat.
310, he's cold, 60 nautical miles.
310 60 21,000. Hold. Hostile print 233.
21,000. Oh, yeah, we're seeing him on radar now. Come here, SU-33. Well, you're a J-15, but I'm going to call you an SU-33. Oh, God. The dreaded 22. Dun, dun, dun. And there's a 15 in front of us. That's about where I expected it to be.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1. Request vector to threat.
Mustang 4-1 Sentry 1. Nearest threat 330 39 20,000. Hot. Hostile print 2 ship.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1. Group bullseye 294 102 21,000. Declare.
You know, this is not the best idea to be flying into this. Yeah, we're breaking off.
Chaff flare. Chaff flare.
Buddy, weapons free.
Mustang 4-2, weapons free. 2. Engaging. 335 26 18,000.
As the saying goes, discretion is the better part of valor. And we're going to use discretion today. Because I don't feel like fighting a pair of J-20s.
Engaging. 325 31 20,000.
We just gotta run away as fast as we can. It's our fuel situation. We're at 5,400 pounds, so that's fine. Maybe we'll pick on some easier targets next sortie. Go after some things that can't shoot back, like ground targets.
Mustang 4-2, on my way.
Okay, he is rejoining. That's good.
Sentry 1, Mustang 4-1. Request venture to threat.
Mustang 4-1, Sentry 1, nearest threat, 32548 24,000. Hot, hostile, print, Su-33, 2-ship.
Yes, that's totally Su-33 or J-20 or J-15s out there, not J-20s. Yes, absolutely.
Two, in position.
In position, can't even see him. Not in the slightest. It looks like he's a bit more behind us. Man, this game was a lot easier when we were just playing around in dogfight mode and nothing could shoot at us from outside of our visual range. Good times, good times. All right, let's see. We're coming in at about 45 nautical miles from our airbase. Yeah, you have to fight targets with shorter sticks than your stick. Yeah, that's where this is really challenging because I've found that trying to, at least by the book, follow the minimum abort range for the J-15s is extremely hard because you can't get a lock on them that early. Because it's like 17 nautical miles, and at 17 nautical miles, your AMRAMs aren't within range probability or range turn and run. So your odds of hitting them are basically none because they're going to execute a perfect turnaround and fly away every single time. It's the arms race of who can get the longer spear to stab each other. And I want the longest spear, please. Well, I'm able to lock them up a bit further than 17, but the AMRAM isn't going into range turn and run at 17. So they're at 17 nautical miles, they're able to just turn around and run, for the J-15s at least. I've only really fired like 3 of them at them, because most of the time they're just so impossible to frickin' see. Oh, we were getting close to Kunsan, so let's get switched over to the approach frequency.
Goblin 72, A10, 4 miles, northeast, 16,000. I need a vector for visual landing.
Good morning, Goblin 72, Gunasan approach. Welcome back. Vectors for VFR approach, runway 36.
Am I launching an STT? What's STT?
Goblin 72, turn right heading 035, descend to 4,000, maintain 280 knots.
Mustang 4-1, two-shift, F-16s, 15 miles, northeast, 12,000, inbound for free landing.
Good morning,
Yeah, I'm in
Mustang 4-1,
STT.
Gunasan
That's where you hit
approach.
TMS up
Inbound for
twice
straight in
on a
approach.
target.
Runway 36, welcome back.
The problem is just that the missile doesn't have the range.
975.
Not necessarily that they're
Mustang
dodging that,
42,
it's just
turn
they
left
turn
heading
around and get away from it.
055, descend to 5,000, maintain 300 knots.
And TWS is fire control radar mode, like the one that I'm in right now, yeah. So that would work best, but I'd have to guide it all the way to the target, wouldn't I? And I will absolutely admit, I know very, very little
Mustang 42,
about
orbit for
BVR
station
combat.
5,000. Goblin 72, orbit for spacing 4,000. Goblin 72, turn left heading 255, hold 4,000, maintain 240 knots, runway 36.
After 1, Gunasan Tower, position and hold, runway 36. Mustang 4-1, F-16, inbound for landing. Mustang 4-1, Gunasan Tower, continue inbound for runway 36, report on panel. Falcon 6.
Yeah, but the problem is still that no matter what I'm doing when I'm firing, the missile won't go pitbull until I'm within the minimum abort range of the target. And that's not good, because when I get within the minimum abort range, they fire a missile back at me and I can't dodge it. Right, air brakes out. Throttle back up. Gear down.
After 1, contact departure. Falcon 6, Gunasan Tower, weight 320 at 2 knots, runway 36. You're cleared for takeoff.
All right, gears down. Let's switch to our landing lights. Let's turn our nav lights on. Overshot the runway, but come right.
Chaff flare,
Oh God. Oh Jesus, Mammy, you scared the crap out of me with that raid. This is why I set this, because that is the missile warning, and I'm like coming in for a landing here, and we just had that go off. So yeah, that was not great. I'll check on the raid stuff in a minute, because I have to land this thing right now. You can see my runways ahead. We're in a night landing. I have to reduce speed. All right. Let's throttle up a little bit more. Coming in a little low. A little more throttle. On final.
Mustang 4-1 on final.
Oh, we're gonna have to wave off.
Mustang 4-1, Tucson Tower, plane 320 at 3 knots, runway 36, clear for
Because there was somebody on the runway. Okay.
Falcon 6, Tucson Tower, expedite departure, incoming traffic. Falcon 6, contact departure. Mustang 4-1, aborting. Mustang 4, Tucson Tower, roger, contact approach when able.
All right. So we had to abort that because there's somebody still on the runway. But let's level out. We'll throw our autopilot on, and I will check through. I can't check chat on my phone because Twitch is being dumb. All right. Yeah. Thanks for the raid, Mammy. How was your stream? How are you doing?
Goblin 72, turn left heading 175, hold 4000, maintain 230 knots, vectors to right base, runway 36.
Mustang 4-1,
I know I was watching your stream earlier, but what were you playing? I completely forgot.
Mustang 4-1, Tucson approach, traffic 9 o'clock, 5 miles. Mustang 4-1, contact tower for landing, switch to 9230.
Oh yeah, Yuppie Psycho. That's right. Yeah, the Office game that's really creepy and weird.
Mustang 4-1, Air-16 inbound for landing. Mustang 4-1, Tucson Tower.
All right, speed brakes out.
Runway 36, report on
Gear down. Too slow, too slow, too slow. Throttle up. Okay. Good. Let's get ourselves lined up again. Yeah, it's really weird, but it's been a really interesting game to see you play so far. Oh, you have to go get some dinner? All right. Thanks for the raid again. And thanks for the lurk. All right, let's report on final earlier.
Mustang 4-1, on final.
Cleared for landing. Check gear down. Gears down. All right.
320 at 5.
Got to decrease speed again. We're lined up. We're coming in a little high, but that's not too big of a problem. We should be able to fix that soon enough. A little over. Come on. All right, we're on. Perfect. Throttle to idle. Pretty good touchdown. We bounced it a little bit. Maintain our flare. All right, speed's dropping. 100 knots.
Goblin 7-2.
Full brake. Full brake. Full brake.
Goblin 7-2, Tucson Tower.
Nose wheel steering. Switch to taxi lights so we can see our turnoff. Our wingman's on final approach, so we got to clear the runway as quick as possible.
Mustang 4-1, contact ground, switch to 2-7.
There we go.
5-2-5.
And we can see, maybe, just barely see his lights up there.
Mustang
Yeah, on final.
Mustang 42, Ernest on Cal. Continue inbound for runway 36.
All right, let's end the mission. And we'll see if that one AMRAAM we threw hit anything. I don't think it did. I don't remember if it did. Oh, it hit something. We hit a J6. I don't know what that is. I think it's a Chinese fighter. But our wingman fired 3 AMRAAMs and hit a J6 and killed it. Man, the enemy aircraft are really, really out and about right now. So we got a group here, group here, group here. And it's really hard to track them down. There's a lot going on right now with everything because at 1900 hours, which is only about 40 minutes from the current game time. Oh, I'm not showing you the big capture. Here you go. Now you can see the map a little better. So like I was saying, there's a squadron here, squadron here, squadron here, and here. We have no idea what any of these are. There's 4 squadrons out here inbound alone. So this is really difficult to try to fight here. Let's add a package here. I'll add it as F-16s. Bar cap 2. Let's set him as veteran. Okay, let's add another one. Let's see if we can't get some FA-18 Hornets in here. Not enough aircrafts. I expected that because they are all getting tasked for other things right now. So we'll leave these guys here to help fight off these aircraft coming in. We'll throw this line down here just a bit. And we'll add another package, new. Let's do, I don't really want to do ground. Oh, hey, Abelister, thanks for stopping by. Never understand how these work, but it looks cool. Yeah. I used to think that way. I actually tried to get into this game back in 2018, and it was like played around with it a bit. I managed to take off because taking off is actually not too hard. The aircraft does everything for you. And when we pop into a mission, I can demonstrate just how much the aircraft does for you because you can't stall it out. You can't get into certain types of stalls, and that makes it a lot easier. And you don't have to constantly trim the aircraft either, which makes everything even further a lot more easy. We're going to fly an interception. We're going to set our takeoff time as ASAP to try to intercept these guys because we've got that offensive coming on and we want to make sure our ground troops are protected. So let's set about, you can actually go down to about 8:20. Cancel because that's going to spawn that in way too early. I did it again. Okay, I need third time's the charm. I need a interception 2 at 18:25, and I have to actually pay attention this time. But if you do have any questions about it, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll set this waypoint out here so I have a good constant reminder of where I am and where things are. We'll actually adjust this to have that. So I have a north pointer and a pointer back to base reference. Loadout, we're being given 3 AMRAMs. Maybe we'll just take those and see what we can do with them. Grab the sniper targeting pod again. I'll pop in here. We'll save our campaign. Go to our data cartridge, load the comm plan, load the IFF plan. It's good those haven't changed anyway. Then we will take off. We're going to spawn on the runway for maximum quickness into the air. Timer's got to tick down. Let me switch over game captures to the regular size window. There you are. This game is old, so it's a bit finicky about how what resolution its regular capture runs in. All right, let's get our aircraft set just for what we want. Radar altimeter on. Okay, everything else should be good and should be set. Countermeasures mode to... We'll just put it on manual because I've got a button rigged for this and everything. We got to load our data cartridge before we take off, so that way we actually have things. And oh shoot, that Su-30 is coming in close. So we're gonna gun it. All right, RPM good. Let's take off. Nose wheel steering is on. Let's take that off. V rotate is 155, so we're gonna hit 155 knots and rotate, which means we just pitch the aircraft up. 155, rotate. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Contact's right in front of us, so let's master arm on, lights off. Switch to our radar. We are in quite the bad position to start off with here. MRM override mode, HSD on, targeting pod, air to air. Switch back. AWACS, tell me where the nearest air threat is. We're not in the right channel for that. We'll ask again.
Sentry 1, Satan 7-2, on right away.
Satan 7-1, Sentry 1, nearest threat, 335-12, 16,000. Hot. Hostile Prince Su-33, Singleton.
So 1, 2.
Caution. Caution.
Declare. Is this the hostile?
Sentry 1, Satan 7-1, group bullseye 242, 92, 5,000. Declare.
Satan 7-1, Sentry 1.
Confirmed hostile.
Confirmed hostile.
Oh, he just got splashed. That was him down there. Abelister, thank you for the follow. There's a lot going on. AWACS nearest threat.
Sentry 1, Satan 7-1, request vector to threat.
347, that's right in front of us. 91, MiG-29.
4791, 21,000. Tracking hostile Prince
Oh,
MiG-29.
let's set this altitude while we have a second. All right. But yeah, 6 out of 10, no anime plane girl hybrids. Yeah, unfortunately, we do not have Viper Zero to fly this aircraft for us. B, that's not a big deal yet. All right, vector to threat again.
Sentry 1, Satan 7-1, request vector to threat.
Satan 7-1, Sentry 1, nearest threat, 35281, 21,000. Beaming, hostile, print, MiG-29.
Okay, 352, beaming. What did they say the distance was? It's quite far out. I think it was 60 or 80 nautical miles. Let's put ourselves into a slight climb, and we'll attitude hold our autopilot to keep us there. Oh, fuel is 97. Oh, I'm misreading that. Yeah, okay, that makes sense, because we burn about 2,000 pounds of fuel on takeoff and climb out. And then we used further afterburner on climb out because there was that SU-30 right in front of us. So 1,000 pounds of fuel sounds about, or 9,000 pounds of fuel sounds about right. All right, and I'm gonna Alt-Tab, you might lose audio. I'm gonna look through what Lunk Will was saying about radar stuff again. So if I'm in TWS, which is, yeah, track well scan mode, correct? That means that the enemy doesn't get a missile launch until it's pitbull, correct? But doesn't RWS mode give me a better ability to even see farther out targets?
Sentry 1, Satan 7-1. Request vector to threat.
Satan 7-1, Sentry 1, nearest threat, 35860, 21,000. Beaming, outlaw, print.
5860 outlaw, so they don't know what it is, but they're pretty sure it's hostile. That sounds like it's right over Seoul, which is pretty much right where we're flying right now. You've neutralized most of the air defenses in this area. We got one radar contact out at like 90 nautical miles, or 80 nautical miles.
Sentry 1, Satan 7-1. Group bullseye 311.
Confirmed hostile.
17,000. Declare.
Satan 7-1, Sentry 1, contact confirmed hostile.
Got another contact closer. It's not squawking any friendly IFF. Declare.
Sentry 1, Satan 7-1. Group bullseye 297 75 21,000.
MiG-29.
Satan 7-1, Sentry 1, contact confirmed hostile. ID as MiG-29.
The box with the circles. Do you mean which box with the circles? Do you mean the one on the left? So the one on the left is my fire control radar, and also since I'm in an aircraft, it's also my search radar. And so I move a cursor over to a target, and I press a button, and it locks them up. And you see that they're a box. This radar, instead of being like a, it's projecting like a horizontal plane of stuff in front of me. So the closer they are to the bottom, the closer they are to me. Okay, we are right about in range probability of hit, which you can tell by that little caret with some numbers counting down on the right side of my HUD. Fox 3.
1, Fox 3 long.
So once the caret was in that line there, that means it's range probability of hit, so we've got a decent chance of hitting them. So we fired. And we'll see if... Oh, he is actually going down. Damn, we just wasted a missile. But we got another contact here. IFF check real quick. Q2.
Sentry,
Declare.
Satan, 7-1, bullseye, 287, 75, 18,000. Declare.
Box 3.
Satan, 7-1, Sentry, 1,
Fox 3 medium.
hostile, ID as MiG-29.
1, Pitbull.
Missile gun Pitbull. He's turning away, but we fired that pretty close, so I don't think there's any way he's going to escape this missile. Splash! Nice! We got him! MiG-29 down. I think that's the most advanced thing we've shot down so far. Nearest air threat, please.
1, Satan, 7-1, request vector to threat.
Satan, 7-1, Sentry, 1, nearest threat, 0, 3, 5, 4, 29.
Yeah, so it's telling us that guy we just shot down.
Singleton.
Oh, let's get our radar range back out. As there is... That's a friendly. Okay. Squawking friendly. Good. Good. Let's widen our radar out. Okay, so quick explanation of radar and stuff. Actually, I'm going to turn around and go cold before I do that. And going cold means like your aspect related to things. So hot means you're flying straight at it. Cold means you're flying straight away. So we're going to fly back towards friendly area, and then I'll explain a little bit about radar and whatnot. So currently on my displays, we have, there's 3 displays at the bottom, not counting the chat display. The far left one is my fire control radar. So you'll see, like right now, there's a little, a white dot with a line coming from it. So that means it's a radar contact, and that it's solid means that we can actually lock it up. So we can say here and lock it up, and I can hit my controls to lock it up completely, and we can get a firing solution on it. But if I hit another keybind, I see that it has a green 4 near it, which means it's a friendly IFF response. So it's a friendly aircraft, and so we don't want to shoot at it. But you'll also notice, since I locked it up, on the far right display, the one just to the left of chat, you see it on there. And you also see a blue pie slice, and that pie slice is what my radar is looking at. All right, let's request nearest air threat again, and then we'll turn hot onto that. 310, that's pretty close. 310, 39, that's pretty close.
310, 39, 16,000. Hot, hostile, Prince 233, 2 ship.
Yeah, it's not exactly simple. And so flying the aircraft in this is a lot more about managing the systems than it is about actually flying it. Oh, 320. Okay, we see them. They're these yellow chevrons. That means it's something our radar can see but isn't able to lock up yet. Nearest air threat again, just to make sure.
Satan, 7-1. Request vector to threat.
Satan 7-1 Sentry.
Check
1,
IFF.
320
Nothing
29 13,000.
is responding on
Hostile
IFF.
Prince 233 2 ship.
Weapons free for our
2, weapons free.
wingman.
2. 2, engaging. Raw 3, 2, 0, 2, 4, 14,000.
How did you even get a lock on these guys? Missile, missile, missile!
2, pitfall.
Cap, flare. Cap, flare.
2, engaged defensive.
Cap, flare. Cap, flare. Cap, flare. Cap, flare. Cap, flare. Cap, flare.
Ouch.
Cap, flare. Cap.
Well, I'm trying to dodge a missile because we flew at a pair of Su-33 or J-50s rather, or J-15s rather,
Cap, flare. Cap,
and I was not able to lock them up or even have a solid radar
7-2.
option. Shit, that's an S-15 we're flying right into.
Cap, flare. Cap, flare.
2, engaging. Raw 3, 2, 5, 1, 9, 16,000.
Okay, we managed to avoid those. We'll look at TAC view and see how close they were. AWACS, nearest air threat.
Sentry 1, Satan, 7-1. Request vector to threat.
Satan 7-1 Sentry. 1, nearest threat. 340 25 12,000. Dragging. Hostile Prince 233 2 ship.
Oh, I think we see him on radar.
2, Fox 3 medium. Sentry 1, Satan, 7-1. Group bullseye. 2, 9, 5, 7, 2, 9,000. Declare.
Satan 7-1 Sentry. 1, contact confirmed hostile. ID'd 233.
2, pitfall.
Yeah, so we're not even within optimal range of this guy yet. But he's probably going to be slinging missiles at us. Yeah, this is really not the best, but it's what I have right now to play around with. But he's not looking at me.
2, Fox 3 medium.
Fox 3.
1, 2, Fox 3 long.
Caution. Caution.
Load category. There we go.
Engaging. 233, 11 o'clock, low. 2, engaged defensive. 1, pitbull.
Pitbull, so let's turn around.
Engaging. Raw 0, 1, 0, 1, 6, 8,000.
Anything? It's following it, but it's turned away, as is how it does. Let's turn it back.
Fox 3 medium. Fox 3 close. 2, pitbull.
Yeah, I always forget about the cranking part. Oh, we got some Allied aircraft that are taking these guys out, it looks like.
1, Satan, 7-1. Request to engaging. Rob 360
Satan 7-1 Sentry 1 nearest threat Rob 360 2 5 15,000. Beaming hostile Prince Su-33 2 ship.
Sentry 1, Satan, 7-1. Group bullseye 2, 9, 3, 8, 6, 13,000. Declare.
Su-33, all right.
Satan 7-1 Sentry 1 contact confirmed hostile. Adidas Su-33
2, Fox 3 medium.
But he is flying away from us mostly, but pretty slowly. Fox 3.
1, Fox 3 long. Satan, 7-2, on my way. Two, pitbull.
I assume that the circle on the fire control radar right now is your gimbal
1,
limits.
pitbull.
Pitbull, let's turn away. Well, he's turning away, so we can follow him a little bit. Nothing else on our RWR. Well, we got another Su-30 on RWR. Oh, it's the edge of the MFD. Okay, that's quite a big difference. How many AMRAMs do we have left? 2? Okay.
Sentry 1, Satan, 7-1. Group bullseye 2, 9, 6, 9, 5, 15,000. Declare.
Fox 3.
Satan 7-1 Sentry 1 contact confirmed hostile. Adidas Su-33
Oh, shit.
Chaff, flare, chaff, flare.
What's the 22 again? Shooting at us? Damn, those things are everywhere.
One, pitbull.
Yeah, probably no dice on this one either. Although I have been surprised with shots before hitting in this. That was a 22 off our RWR to the right. Center your HSD. I don't actually know how to do that. Oh shit, there's that 22 in front of us again. Man, I deleted that J-20 squadron, but they're still up. Fuck, fuck, fuck.
Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare. Chaff, flare.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Is that it? Okay, finally. Yeah, those missiles that they launch at like Mach 3, but their motor burns out almost immediately. And unfortunately, we did not pack any Sidewinders, so I'm not really intent to stick around and fight these guys. So I'm gonna return to base and let the Patriots handle this for me. We got plenty of fuel, so we're gonna afterburn it all the way. We're down to 29 chaff. Let me just confirm one binding, because this should be just a flare. Yep, that's just a flare. Yeah, overall, BVR combat, yeah, I know it's very tough, and I don't expect to get it really quickly at all, which is why I'm going to be... I've been trying to coordinate with some guys from the Hoggett server to do a mission at some point, and they'll teach me a bit more about it. The stuff that's hard to teach unless you're like actually all in voice chat.
2 in position.
All right, our wingman made it out. So we're gonna head back, and I'm gonna probably look through and kind of debrief this. Let's actually ask nearest air threat, so we're not just cruising blind here.
Request vector to threat.
Satan 7-1, Sentry 1, nearest threat, 050 337,000. Hot, hostile, Prince, MiG-21, 2 ship.
That's really close. Let's go after him. Let's get that vector again.
Sentry 1, Satan 7-1, request vector to threat.
Satan 7-1, Sentry 1, nearest threat, 045 364,000. Hot, hostile, Prince, MiG-21, Singleton.
Ouch. Hey Tank, how's it going? Yeah, we're doing some night flying. Our missions are all in the night right now, because it's all at night.
Sentry 1, Satan 7-1, request vector to threat.
Oh, that somebody shot down that
Satan 7-1, Sentry 1,
aircraft we wanted to go after.
355 47 19,000. Hot, hostile, Prince,
Ah, shoot, that J-20's coming after us again. He's not happy. All right, we're gonna run away still and let the Patriots handle it. You redeemed that. All right, one sec, Tank. Moe kyun. How do I like the night flights? Not very well right now, because recently, if you see on this display, we've got a thing on here that says 22. That is a Chinese J-20, which is a magical, doesn't exist stealth fighter that this game insists on putting in at quantities of like 20. So there was a squadron here in Korea with 20 of the darn things, and with my F-16 not having like that really amazing of a radar, I can't burn through their stealth and target them anyway until we're at like 10 nautical miles, and at 10 nautical miles they've fired a missile at me, 5 nautical miles ago. So I really don't stand much of a chance against them, especially not as I'm new. So I actually deleted their squad from the campaign, but there was a squadron of them flying around, and they've been harassing me for the past few missions. But the reason why I don't really like the night flights right now is because they have... my best bet to target them is with Sidewinders, and with Sidewinders I kind of have to get a visual on them to actually figure out where the hell they are. And I have a sneaking suspicion this guy is chasing me all the way back to base, but once we get closer, he's gonna really regret that decision as the Patriots light them all up. Is that my wingman firing off a flare? Oh, yeah, okay. So, I kind of have a grasp. He's, like, right on the edge. I toggled my ECM jammer on, and he lost all radar. So that tells me a little bit about how well he can target me right now. So we're pretty close to being safe.
Joker.
What the hell does Joker mean? Out of flares, I think? I can't remember. I don't really know all the brevity codes yet either. What time is it? 1858. Okay, we've got an infantry ground push to take Seoul in about 2 minutes. Which is going to be interesting, so we might be over some offensive positions when this all kicks off. Which is why we were out here sortying. Maybe we'll stick around for a little bit to see. We've got 4,200 pounds of fuel. We got plenty of fuel. IFF scan. Ouch. Another missile. Barrel roll. All right. Do you want an actual barrel roll or the Star Fox barrel roll? I'll give you the option this time. All right, Star Fox barrel roll, yeah. F-16 is very snappy. It rolls quite well, especially when you don't have all sorts of crap loaded up. And let's see, we've got only one. Oh, yeah, we've only got one AMRAAM left. So I think breaking off when we did was a good idea. Oh, I can see the runway. Let's get ourselves onto the comm channel for approach. Question approach. So they're all back.
F-16s, 10 miles, north, 9,000, inbound through free landing.
Good morning, Satan 7-1. Goodness on approach. Continuing down.
Runway 36. All right.
Runway 36. Welcome back. You page 2974.
Part of you was like, just be really quiet and they can't see you. Yeah.
Descend to 4,000. Maintain 300 knots.
Unfortunately, that is not how it works. Let's put our speed brakes out because we're going quite fast. We spent a lot of time on afterburner. All right, now we're going pretty good. We'll retract those just for a bit. And if you're wondering why I'm doing speed brake stuff while I'm looking in a certain way, it's because the speed brake indicator is right down here, and it goes from closed to a checkered thing when it's open. We can see the runway. Okay. That's what Joker means. Yeah, I'll have to look through the manuals and see if they've got a whole thing of the brevity codes.
Hold 4,000. Maintain 250 knots. Runway 36.
Because
72. Turn right heading 195. Descend to 3,000.
if they...
Satan 7.
All right, contact tower. Request landing.
Satan 7-1, F-16 inbound for landing. Satan 7-1, Tucson Tower, continue inbound for runway 36, red board on
Oh, we're getting a little low. Let's maintain about 2,000 until we have our approach. At this point, I'm really always, anytime I hear an RWR contact, I'm panicking a bit because of how close those aircraft got when we were taking off here. Okay, let's turn. It's going to bleed off some of our speed. All right, below 300 knots, gear down. We overshot the runway, so let's come back. And report on final.
Satan 7-1, on final. Satan 7-1, Tucson Tower, continue inbound for runway 36.
All right, we're a little high, but that should be fine.
Satan 7-1, Tucson Tower, way 320.
Gear 3 greens, all good.
Clear for landing, jet gear down.
Oh god, this is gonna be hard. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, yeah, that was a bad landing. Oops. All right, successful mission. Totally. All right, so let's pull up TAC view and see what the heck happened in that mission, not that landing. I know what happened in that landing. Here you go, TAC view, loaded up this mission. So here's right when we started. There's that J15. J15 is 30 on the RWR. So I often call them SU-30s, or AWACS will call them SU-33s, but he just got hit by Patriots because, yeah, this is what happens when you fly too close. Our Patriot missile system range is quite large, and these guys get obliterated when they're coming in. Yeah, landings, I gotta work on them a bit, because every once in a while I get a flubbed landing like that where I'm focusing on some parameter too hard that I'm not realizing I'm coming in at too high of an angle, even though the Pappy is telling me that I was coming in at too high of an angle. Okay, so we flew in. We fired at that MiG-29, yeah, and missed. Then we fired at another MiG-29, and oh, we hit that guy. I don't remember. I don't remember firing and hitting on that guy. But there was a lot that happened, and by the time we finished that mission, I was under the impression we had fired 2 AMRAAMs, but we had fired 5. So that's just how things seem to go, because there is a lot that goes on. We ran away from some Su-35s. We flew a bit too close to this anti-air group. They have an SA-15, so I'll have to come back and do some seed on them a little bit later. Actually, maybe that'll be the next mission we'll do. We'll do some wild weaseling. So then we encountered some J-15s. We fired a missile slightly before them. They fired. We broke off. And I know I've seen enough TAC views of these missiles to kind of know how they work. Because if you look at this missile, it starts off and it's at Mach 4, and then it lofts, and then it like immediately starts slowing down. So we turned around, and I kind of knew that as soon as we turned around, jettisoned our tanks, and sped up, that we were going to be pretty good. So we managed to dodge that one. So I am learning a few things here. We saw this J-15, or was it a different one? Fired an AMRAAM, and it missed. Meanwhile, our wingman, like, this is what I'm talking about with how crazy some of these wingmen are. Flies like straight at this guy, blam, smacks missiles into him, just doesn't give a shit. Balls to the wall. And then we fired, yeah, that was that one that we had just fired and missed. Okay. We fired another one and immediately had to evade a missile. All right. And then we saw this J-20 on our RWR and decided that we were not going to have any part of that and left. Okay, so we saw that. Let's go back and see where we saw that. SA-15. So it was over by Suwon. Okay. We should have hopefully enough air superiority right now to be able to launch a ground attack mission without too much issue. We'll do one last mission tonight then. Barcap is briefing. This is, looks like a MiG-29, or 19. Or Q5N, I don't know what that is offhand. We'll retask this Barcap to help cover us. And this was the that area, Suwon, yep. The airbase itself is damaged, but we don't have any info on the ground troops over there because we don't have good enough recon. But I know there's probably 2 SA-3s or SA-15s in this area, so we'll try to hunt them down, ferret them out. So let's add a package, new destruction of enemy air defense. All right. Loadout. We're going to take 2 harms. Yep, that's about right. We're also going to take a sniper targeting pod, as always. This is going to be a bit different from the other ones that Bad game. Bad. Do not send me there. I do not want to fly that far behind enemy lines. I want to fly here. So we're gonna fly, honestly, like more about this. And I'm dumb because I forgot to hide TAC view and bring back up the big capture. Okay, so like I was saying, we know that there's an SA-15 probably around here because that's what was lighting us up a little bit. I'm pretty sure that there's another one around here because we've seen that one as well a couple times. So we're going to fly out with some anti-radiation missiles. We're going to see if we can't get them to poke their heads up. I have pretty much cleared everything else out that can threaten us up to there. But if something does pose a threat from the ground, we'll be able to use our anti-radiation missiles against them. So let's go for this one as well. Let's set data cartridge, comm plan, and IFF. We'll take off again. And we'll just leave it from the taxiway here. I'll switch over to the other game capture again. At this point, I've flown 3 of these specific hunt down enemy air defenses at unknown locations, and they've gone pretty well, and I've had a good bit of fun. The first one went very well, much better than I expected, but we pretty much knew exactly the location of where the SAMs were going to be. Second time, I flubbed the firing of all of my AMRAAMs, and then when I went to have my wingman fire his AMRAAM, or not AMRAAMs, his HARMs, when I went to have my wingman fire his HARMs, my wingman took a SAM, and I said, oops, let's get out of here. And then the third time was cleaning up after that mission, and it went well without any issues. I think my game is unhappy, very unhappy. It's very slow. I can see on OBS I'm at like 2 frames per second right now. I hope it's just busy loading. Well, that is not a good sound to hear right from the start. Hey, David the pilot, thanks for coming, and please endure these game being very, very slow for a minute. Let me see. No, CPU use isn't really high. It's just being... The game is just being really dumb. Ouch. Threw another missile at me. Come on, game. Come on, game. Play with me. Come on. Come on. You know you want to work with me. Okay. I think it is dead because it's using nothing for CPU use. And it's dying. So I'm just gonna force kill it and we'll restart it. In the meantime, have this look of a Falcon. Here you go. We'll give this one more shot. Hopefully it will work. Memory leak bug? Yeah, maybe it is, because I noticed it was at, my memory use was at 19 gigs, like exactly 19.1, and it wasn't changing at all. All right, let's get back to our campaign. Dead mission, here we go. Double check the loadout. Loadout looks good. Just gonna paranoidly do this. It changed. All right, that's important. Save. Oh, it changed because we're on the wrong flight. Or was it? I don't know. Triple check our loadout. Okay, loadout's good. Take off. And let's hope for a good mission with few J-20s disturbing my peaceful destruction of enemy surface-to-air missile systems. Now this mission is gonna definitely be a bit harder than the previous ones I did because like I mentioned before, the previous ones I ran successfully, we knew exactly where these SA-15s were. So I was actually able to see them on the targeting pod before we engaged them. And the hard part was getting them to even turn on their radar and lock me up so I could sling the harms in their direction. Okay, everything looks good this time. Let's get our lights on. Countermeasures, manual, that's going to be fine. Well, yeah, they normally suck for dead. I was using them initially for the destruction of the SA-2s, and they sucked for that. And it was much better with the CBUs since the things can't move. However, in this case, we've been trying to engage the SA-15s. And I think harms are probably pretty good. The last couple times I kind of wished that I did not bring harms, and I wish I'd just brought Mavericks, because we were able to identify the target, lock it up, rather identify the target, find it with a targeting pod and everything within Maverick range. But because it didn't put its radar on, we couldn't actually shoot at it. All right, taxi for departure.
Hammer 3, 2
Runway 18 this time, that's different.
Taxi. Good morning, Hammer 3. You are number 1 for departure. Taxi, Papa, Echo, and hold short, runway 18.
Haha, what if we took off from the taxiway? Magnum, yeah. We got a pair of Magnums here. RWR is handed off. Okay, and let me just do some other checks. Everything. Oh, radar altimeter. Let's get that on. Fire control radar is on. Here's the end of the runway.
Hammer 3-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 29230.
Ready for departure.
Hammer 3, 2 ship, F-16s, ready for departure.
Hammer 3, hold
Ready
short.
for departure.
Hammer 3, 2 ship, F-16s, ready for departure.
All right.
Hammer 3, Kunsan Tower, wing 190 at 5 knots, runway 18. You are cleared
5
for
knot
takeoff.
190. Okay. I didn't save our need boards this time, but our V rotate should be about 160. So I've flown a couple of these harm missions before, and yeah, we've got 2 harms and 2 AMRAMs and 2 sidewinders. Switch to our landing lights, throttle up. And I missed my rotate speed, but we're gonna be fine. You're up.
Hammer 3-1,
airborne.
contact departure.
Departure, airborne, all right.
Hammer 3, airborne, 2 ship, F-16s.
085,
1000.
yep.
Hammer 3, Kunsan, departure. Fly heading 085, resume on navigation. Hammer 3-2, on my way.
AWACS freak. Switch to steer point control, all right. Burn some fuel in a climb. Set our allowed altitude, because I always forget that until we're in the air. One of these days, I want to play around with the conformal fuel tank F-16s and possibly fire some harpoon missiles at the Admiral Kuznetsov just out of spite. They're not hostile, but you know, I'm not really a fan of their big Cope Slope ship being nearby. Let's set our air to ground page up. HAD display. This ground radar is actually probably going to be pretty useful this time around, since we don't know where the enemy are. At some point I have to... There we go, snowplow mode. That's what I needed. Making a left turn. We'll switch to ingress directly to our target. A whole bunch of dots on the ground from our fire control radar. AWACS nearest threat just in case.
Threat 4, Hammer 3-1. Request vector to threat.
96 3
Hammer 3-1.
3 2.
4, nearest threat. Block 3 3 2 9 6 21,000. Dragging. Hostile print 233.
332 96 21,000. What the hell is that out there? Oh, that's the moon. I was wondering where the moon was. We hadn't seen it until now. Let's turn our lights off. Master arm to on. Wingman, you can do the same.
Fenced in. 2.
And cancel ground mode. Lunk will redeem. Oh boy. Ara. Okay, we're at 20,000 feet. Let's switch to altitude hold. We don't actually want to be too high up to actually get these guys to turn the radar on. It's a VTuber tradition thing, basically. Oh, excuse you. Yeah, I'm getting Pretty tired. Is it like a fraternity hazing? No, it's a line that people like to have VTubers say. Fuel, we're still good, of course, because we haven't been flying that long. Oh boy. Okay, let's switch back to air to ground mode. Snowplow that. We'll drop down a little bit. We still have all these ground search radars on, but I've generally had higher priorities. Priorities higher than actually taking out the remaining search radars. Is there a way I can? No. Okay. We turn those on. Yep, they are on. And stuff lighting us up. Patriots, F-16s, no big deal. Okay, let's see if we can't find this SA-15 and get him to turn his radar on for us. No, turn off steering selection. I forgot to turn that off. Nearest air threat.
Dragnet 4, Hammer 3-1. Request vector to threat.
72,308.
Hammer 3-1, Dragnet 4, nearest
So he's
threat,
off our
Mach
left.
308, 72, 21,000. Gold, hostile print 233.
And he's cold, so he's beaming. He's away from us. That's good news. Targeting pod sees nothing. Yeah, kind of expected that. Turn our jammer on. Maybe he'll try to paint us up a little earlier. Maybe not. FA-18 in front of us. Okay. There he is. PGM-5. We gotta wait for PGM-2. PGM 4, 3, 2, fire, Magnum. And yeah, I don't have any way of actually seeing where he is. Look at this harm and see if it hits. That looks like a nope. Can try again. Magnum.
Magnum.
Load cat. Yep. Targeting pod. Well, this one hits something a lot sooner. But we're still getting locked up by that. So wingman, attack my target.
Hammer 3-2. Attack target at bearing 0408. 2. Wilco. Magnum. Hammer 3-2. On my way.
Let's turn around and fly back towards it, see if it's still there. I've heard people can manage to mark the location of SAMs using this harm targeting pod, but I don't know how they do that. So I can't even get my I can't even get my targeting pod to look at it. Still up. Well, I think it's another one, actually.
3-2, attack target at bearing 355. 2, Wilco.
He's locked onto us. Oh, no, he's not.
Hammer 3-2, on my way.
Well, sounds like he fired all... Oh, no, he didn't call Magnum on either one. All right, well, maybe fly back and call it a mission. There's my wingman, back to the left. Not in position yet. Oh, there he is. Man, you didn't even fire your harms at anything. So lame.
2, in position.
It's not letting me tell him to shoot his harms at these guys. Well, it's late anyway, so we're gonna just wrap up this mission. And we'll hopefully land better this time. Yeah, those harms, sometimes it seems like they just go wide for no reason, which odds are means that there's something that I really just don't understand with their operation and proper use. But the first time that I'd fired them like this, I had the target at about 45 degrees to my right. I locked it up, got PGM-2, fired the harm, and it flew directly at the guy, no problem, no issues at all. And then the second time I tried that, the second mission when I tried that, I did the exact same thing, fired, and the harm just flew off into nowhere. Nearest air threat.
3-1, request vector to threat. Hammer 3-1, Dragnet 4, nearest threat, lot 325.
32559.
Dragging, hostile print big 23s, 2-ship.
23s. We can go after them. 59 nautical miles away. We got plenty of fuel to burn.
Dragnet
So they're probably going to get
4,
shot down
Hammer,
before
3-1.
we...
Request vector to threat.
Yeah, they got shot down
Hammer 3-1, Dragnet 4,
in that short
nearest
period of
threat,
time.
300, 83, 21,000. Gold, hostile, print 233.
That kind of figures because they're so old. They don't have very good countermeasures and they don't have very good radar. That Patriot made a sound I did not like hearing.
Altitude. Altitude.
Nearest air threat again.
Dragnet 4, Hammer 3-1. Request vector to threat.
SU-33,
Hammer
okay.
3-1, Dragnet 4, nearest threat, squad 309, 86, 21,000. Gold, hostile, print 233.
All right, approaching Kunsan again. Actually, wait, did I have... Oh, I'm in MRM mode. Okay, that's why. Cursor 0, make sure that that's zeroed out. Yeah, now we're seeing our diamond for our target. Or our steer point. Another Patriot showing up. Yep, as always. Vector to threat.
Dragnet 4, Hammer 3-1. Request vector to threat. Hammer 3-1, Dragnet 4, nearest threat, squad 317, 98, 21,000. Dragging, hostile, print 233.
Oh, let's turn our lights on. Wingman. Fence out. Lights on.
Fence out.
Master arm off. Turn ECM off. I've noticed if I put ECM to auto and I've got a wingman, it just is on 24/7 because wingman is always locking me up for whatever reason. And it's a little annoying. Landing lights are set, so once our gear's down, we're going to have landing lights. Good. Let's get on the Kunsan approach frequency. Unrestricted approach.
Hammer 3-1, two-ship F-16s, 15 miles, north, 6,000, inbound for free landing. Good morning, Hammer 3-1, doing a sound approach. Continue inbound for straight-in approach, runway 18, welcome back. QH2974.
Runway 18, so we're going to be landing from this direction. That Patriot scaring the shit out of me, locking me up. I hear that just brief high-pitched sound and go, oh god.
Hammer 32, descend to 3000, maintain 270 knots, runway 18.
Let's reduce speed a bit more.
Hammer 31, contact tower for landing, switch to 2.
Quest landing.
Hammer 31, F-16 inbound for landing.
Hammer 3-1, Kunshan Tower. Continue inbound for runway 18. Report on final.
Can drop our gear. Speed breaks out. I have to come right a bit. Coming in a little too low.
Hammer 31, on final.
Hammer 3-1, Kunshan Tower. Wing 190 at 5 knots. Runway 18. Cleared for landing. Check gear down.
Much better landing that time. Maintain our flare.
Hammer 32, final approach.
Hammer 3-2, Kunshan Tower. Continue inbound for runway 18.
We're gonna use. We have all the runway. We're gonna use all the runway. By God.
Hammer 3-1, contact low. Switch to
Yeah.
73525.
Yeah, I didn't notice until last time when it was basically just too late to really try a go around because I was just about to hit the ground. I finally stopped looking at
Hammer 3-2, Kunshan Tower.
this indicator and the PAPI, and then I looked down and I saw
Check gear down.
my flight path marker was way, way, way too low for a landing and went, there's no way I'm going to recover from this. And, you know, this time I made more sure to make sure it was right about at that 3 degrees where you want it. So it went a lot better. Well, oh, he did hit one of them with a harm. Okay, so that's nice. Mission wasn't a total waste. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here. Going to find somebody to raid. If there's anybody on I know well enough to raid. I do not, so we're just going to end it here. All right, thanks everybody for watching. Next stream is probably going to be Sunday, which will be more flight sim stuff. We'll try to figure out if there's a better way for me to learn BVR in a less hectic scenario, or if I can just practice that offline. Hopefully we'll be able to start competing with the J-15s. Oh man, have those been tough to fight so far. But otherwise, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.